Hello, this is Helen here, and I'm going to show you some free and cheap screencasting tools. So I spend a lot of time in Facebook groups, and you often get people saying, I want to start making an online course. What screencasting software should I get? And mostly the reply will be Camtasia, or sometimes Screenflow for the Mac. Now, Camtasia is excellent. I love it. I'm using it right now, but it's not cheap if you're just starting out. And sometimes if you're starting out with online courses, you don't even know if that process is going to be one you enjoy, or if you're going to enjoy promoting it enough to make some money. So you want to just dip your toe in, have a go, and then maybe invest in some more powerful software when you've made your first short course. And there's nothing wrong with that. I did exactly that myself. I didn't buy Camtasia until I'd been making courses for a couple of years, in fact, because I really wasn't sure whether it was something that was right for me. So what I'm going to do is show you some tools that you can use that mean you don't have to spend much money or any money at all on screencasting software right up front, and then you can buy that software when you feel ready to do it. So here are my suggestions. We've got Screencast-O-Matic, PowerPoint, Open Broadcast Software, Loom and Jing. Now if you're looking at any of those and saying, right, Helen, some of those aren't screencasting software, you're right. So I've picked ones that are cheap or free, and that means you're going to have to compromise along the line somewhere. And so some of those, they're not designed for screencasting, but you can use them for that. And even if you only use them to get a bit of practice in, then it's still going to be a useful process. So I'm going to go through those, give you a quick look, talk about the pros and cons of using them and the features, and then maybe go explore and see what you think. So before I do that though, I just want to mention my site totallycourses.com, which is there to help you make online courses. And if you go to that site, on the home page you'll find a course resource list, and in there I've put all the different tools that you might like to use to get started with making online courses. So in this video I'm just talking screencasting. In that document, which is just a PDF that you can download with no opt-in at all, you'll find graphic design tools, you'll find training platforms, video hosts, all sorts of different tools that you can use to get started with online courses. So I'm starting off with Screencast-O-Matic, and this would be my top recommendation for screencasting on a tight budget. So let's go down and see just how much it is. So there is a free service, but it only gives you 15-minute recordings. You can publish to YouTube and you can save it as a video file, but you don't get any editing features with that, and you do get a watermark. And if you're making online courses, you don't want a watermark. It looks really unprofessional. So you really do. I mean, yeah, by all means have a play with it if you want to and see if it's the sort of thing that you like, but if you're making an online course you really do need to get the pro version to get rid of that watermark, if nothing else. The great news is the pro version is $15 a year, which I think is incredible value for what you get. And as I said, I used that for at least a couple of years, and I made a few Udemy courses with it, so it's perfectly okay for making Udemy courses. And of all the training platforms, Udemy's video and audio standards are just about the highest. So you don't have to spend a fortune on screencasting software to make a course, definitely. So that's Screencast-O-Matic. It's got a full set of tutorials there to help you use it. You just click start recording, it downloads, oh no and when you launch the recorder it downloads a little app onto your computer which enables you to record your screen. It's very easy to use. Now, of course, that's the free recorder. If you want to go straight ahead and get the pro recorder, you can do that. That's the one that costs you $15 a year. Right, let's move on to Open Broadcaster Software then. Now, this isn't screencasting software at all, but it is open source, which means it won't cost you anything. So if you are on a incredibly tight budget, this might be something you want to look at. Now, it's not designed, as I said, for screencasting. It's designed for broadcasting live online, so broadcasting live on YouTube, for example. But you don't have to broadcast, you can just record what's going on your screen if you prefer. So you need to download it, and then I've already got it set up on my machine. So if I go to OBS. That's what it looks like. And what you do is right click on sources and add. And then if you want to record what's on your screen, you choose display capture. Okay. And then it's just, that's what's on my screen at the moment. But of course, when I move on and show you something else, it'll show you something else, whatever's on my screen at the time. And then you just start recording and it will record it. So a little bit of setup there, but I think, again, for free, that's very good. Let's close that. That's very good. And then to get your recording, then it will give you a stop recording button, of course, once you've recorded it. And then if you go to File and Show Recordings, that will be where your recording has been saved. It's just saved as a video file. Now, of course, OBS doesn't do any editing for you, so you will also need some editing software to go alongside that. Next up, let's look at PowerPoint. And PowerPoint, it's not free, of course, but many people have PowerPoint because they've got Microsoft Office and they don't use PowerPoint to anything like its full potential. And most people, I don't think, even know that you can record your screen with PowerPoint. So the way you do it is to go to Insert and Screen Recording. And there you go. It gives you a window there that you can record from. So you just hit the record button. And it's as simple as that, and it puts the recording in a PowerPoint presentation for you. And then, of course, you can convert your PowerPoint presentation into a video as well. So you could actually do an entire video with a screencast inside PowerPoint if you wanted to do that. I do have another video on how to make PowerPoint videos as well, so look out for that. Now, not every version of PowerPoint will have this feature. Let me just show you. So I'm looking at the Microsoft Office support there. I'll put the link in the video description so you don't have to go digging around for this. But just to show you, if you've got PowerPoint 2016 or 2013, you've got the screen recording feature. And it says here, now I've got 2016, so it just works straight off the bat for me. But if you've got 2013, you have to install an update for that to work. Let's take a look at the next one then. And the next one is Loom. Now, I haven't actually used this. This is quite a new one to me. I only found out about it recently, but I do know people who have been raving about it. And it's free, so if you think that's the sort of thing that is worth a look, then, go for it. And then finally, I've got Jing. Now, Jing isn't really designed for screencasting because you can only make videos of up to 5 minutes. So it's really designed for people who need to show their virtual assistant how to do something. Or make a little knowledge base of videos or little video tutorials for their customers, that kind of thing. So it's going to be a bit limited if you want to make an entire online course, but if you wanted to make a few tutorial videos to just get some practice or to get a feel for how it might work and whether you might enjoy the process of making online courses, Jing is a really nice, easy and free way to do that. And if you find that you like Jing, you can, if you want more than the 5 minutes and more features, you've got Snagit, which is another TechSmith product. I don't have that because I have Camtasia, so I've got all the features I need in Camtasia. But if you don't want to splash out on the full Camtasia product, you could check out Snagit. And you've also got Camtasia by TechSmith as well when you're ready to upgrade to that, if that's something that you want to do. So that's what we've looked at. As I said, I would really recommend Screencast-O-Matic as the budget choice if you want to make online courses. But by all means, check out the rest, have a play around. And I think the most important thing with making online courses is just to get started, get a feel for it, get some practice, get confident talking on video. And any of those will enable you to do that. And if you'd like some more information or advice or tips or tools on how to make online courses or how to speed the process up, don't forget, check out my site, totallycourses.com, and watch out for my next video. Bye!